Today I want to talk to you about connection with your horse. Now, connection is something that we all crave. As riders, we love our relationships with our horses. We want to feel that oneness of movement. We want to be a team. And one of the things that's interesting is just how do you build that connection? So one thing, according to Brene Brown, that fosters connection, and by the way, connection is what we so crave as people just in general in our relationships with other people, and that's one of the reasons why I think, besides just being attracted to these magnificent animals, that we feel this deep connection, even if we're just looking at them in the field. But of course we want to have more, or we want to have a riding connection too. But connection is built on trust. And trust is built in tiny little segments, tiny little times, behaviors, interactions, where someone or an animal feels caring, and there's also consistency in speaking their language. So trust is something that's earned, and it's built over time. And so for horses, what we have to do is we have to speak their language. And I think that it takes time to really understand what their language is. And it takes some experience too. There's a few things that I'll talk about here, but this video isn't mainly about this. But for example, horses don't like us just kind of to rush into their space. They like us to come in gradually. Also, you can tell where a horse's attention is by their ears. So right now, he's listening to that car going by the road a little bit. Now he's turned to look at it. For a moment, he had one ear there and one ear over here. So you can really tell where their attention is. So if their attention is over the fence and their head is up, and you want to cue them, chances are they're not going to hear you because their attention isn't with you. The other thing is that horses are trained by and learn by release of stimulus. So if I ask Nick to come this way, when he comes, I release the rein. So that now he knows that that's what I wanted him to do. So those are just a few little examples of how horses communicate and what their language is. And they're prey animals, so their antenna is always up, always looking. And even when we're not aware, they are very, very aware of us, which brings me to what I want to share with you about connection with a horse on this video. Because our horses, because the exchange of communication is so dependent for what we want to do on us being aware of, first of all, what we want to do, kind of what we expect. Like if I'd like Nick's attention over here, when he brings his head over here, I released him. But his ears, one ear's over there, he still wasn't quite with me. But what do we, what do we want? And what is our focus? And then how are we going to ask them? But then connection is built with the horse through our awareness of them and our responsiveness in the moment. And we can only have that awareness moment by moment if we get very centered and really quiet on the inside and really calm and very observant and very methodical and specific in what we do. When we come to the barn or come to the arena and we're just like bringing emotions from something that already happened in the day and we're aggravated about it, or maybe it's not even that, maybe we're just not very paying attention. Maybe we're just kind of, okay, I'm going to get on my horse, I'm going to go. Like right then when I moved fast, he just put his head up a little bit, no big deal. But in order for me or for you to have the connection that you really want, it's up to you first to kind of change yourself on the inside and get to a place of calmness and focus. And that place is, you know, I'll just call it the ideal performance state, but that just means that you're very in the moment, you're very aware of what you want to do, and you get into the energy of that, and you stay there. And only then can we become responsive, can we become clear about what we want to do and become responsive to these guys. So in the not too distant future, I have a new online course that I'm going to be offering. It's a very, very in-depth course about developing confidence in riding, and confidence within yourself, confidence to ride your horse, and confidence with other people. But prior to that, I'm going to have a 3-part free lesson series that's going to be starting very soon. And I would love for you to join me with that, or in that series. And we're going to talk more about this, and we're going to talk more about your ability to develop the skill, because it is a skill, of managing your emotions and your focus at will. That's just one of the things. So I hope you'll join me. There's a button down below, and just click that button and it'll take you to a page and you can sign up, and then I'll let you know when the first lesson is ready. Also, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. So have a great day, and I hope to see you in the free course called The 3 Secrets of Riding Confidence.